Let's raise the red lantern on some other releases this month.
Sure, yeah. What else came out this month, Corey?
There's a movie called Gladiator, which is a boxing movie, has nothing to do with the Ridley Scott film. It's a boxing movie with Cuba Gooding Jr. and some anonymous, nondescript white man.
Wow.
Don't remember his name.
You never saw Twin Peaks?
Oh, is he in that?
It's James, the guy that goes off for the whole second season.
All I know is this guy, the guy in the movie is very wooden because I watched this pretty recently.
He's the worst part of Twin Peaks. So.
Yeah, he's the worst part of this movie. So, yeah, but he's easily overshadowed by everybody else in the cast because Brian Dennehy's in this, and so is Robert Loggia. And John Hurt actually plays the father.
John Hurt.
Yeah, but it's a pretty run-of-the-mill boxing movie for the most part. The Lawnmower Man. Is a movie that Stephen King owned.
Yeah.
Upon release, because it's so far removed from his actual story.
This is one of the only other ones we considered for this month.
You know, I've never seen Lawnmower Man.
That's why we didn't do it, because
both cuts are bad. I've seen both cuts at this point. They're both bad.
Didn't know there were two.
Oh, there's two. Yeah.
Isn't it a cult classic though?
Yeah, I thought people.
I guess people like making fun of the Jeff Fahey fatuous mental challenge performance.
I don't know, like my cousin and a few of his buddies and some of my buddies like that movie. I don't know. I feel like
you ever see, you guys ever read Flowers for Algernon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Really?
Yeah. He's playing Charlie. The experiments make him smarter.
Okay.
Yeah, but I thought, didn't they have more of like a Hellraiser factor to them? Like,
oh yeah,
a lot more.
Towards the end, he starts.
There's a lot more body horror involved, from what I remember.
Not really, actually. It becomes more like he becomes the master of virtual reality. So
like I was about to say, isn't it like a cyber thriller? It's a cyber thriller.
Yeah.
Like a sci-fi cyber thriller.
So it's like if Flowers from Algernon fell into virtuosity.
Because like
instead of getting like a drug put into him, it's his access to virtual reality starts to give him this input and the knowledge beyond our realm. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's too early. I think if this had come out like 6 years later, maybe they would have done more research. The internet would have been more advanced.
Or if it came out now, it would make a lot. It would be just rife with allegories, ready to be.
Also, this is on the cusp of like special effects.
Do a reboot, weren't they?
Yeah. This is on the cusp of like taking like previs visual effects and trying to make like sequences out of it. And it looks very geometric, as you can imagine.
Oh, yeah.
It's like Disclosure.
I do remember seeing clips of that.
You ever see Disclosure with the virtual reality scene with Michael Douglas?
Right, yeah, stuff like that. This director's special.
Better or worse than Hackers?
Oh,
special effects wise.
It's worse.
You know, The Abyss, where the monster comes through and like looks in people's faces.
That looks good though.
Yes. Imagine if that hadn't been. It was the first draft of that.
Right. It's like Spawn. We'll get to Spawn.
Spawn is the best special effects.
I mean,
it's pretty bad.
It's all right. For the time, it was okay.
No, it wasn't even good for the time.
I liked it.
Lost World. Anyway,
Meatballs 4 came out.
I missed 2.
I bet you didn't even know that there was 4 of them. But this is Ivan Reitman's rolling in his grave right now. Just even thinking about the 30th anniversary of Meatballs 4.
Yeah.
You know who is the Bill Murray of this movie? Corey Feldman. As if you could replace Bill Murray with Corey.
That's where we fell. Who were the ones in between?
The second one has an alien in it. I remember that. I never saw the third one. I know the second one technically.
I never even heard.
There's an ET type extraterrestrial in the second one.
Meatballs was this camp comedy with Bill Murray where he's a counselor and he gets in
It was his big break into the movies.
Yeah, it's basically what Hot American Summer was making fun of this kind of thing, or like an update of that sort of joke.
Huh.
But it's mostly just following him around, not a bunch of counselors.
No, yeah. It's like Caddyshack for summer camp.
Escapades. Yeah.
I don't remember this movie. Oh, I've never seen this movie. I never heard of it.
It's funny.
Not like
It's pretty good.
Pretty good if you're for Bill Murray.
Yeah.
Honestly, if Bill Murray wasn't in it, it would
I like
be a footnote.
You'd like it.
I'm surprised I never heard of it.
Yeah. I didn't love it. That's why I've never shown it again.
I think it was Ivan Reitman's first big directorial movie. So
Oh, he directed it. Yeah.
yeah,
That makes sense.
but this is nowhere in the same league, and that's not even a classic movie. So
Yeah.
Once Upon a Crime, which is it's a caper movie with Richard Lewis, John Candy, and it's directed by Eugene Levy.
Interesting.
I used to watch this a lot as a kid. It doesn't hold up as well, but I mean, with that kind of cast, how could you not get a few laughs?
Yeah. Did you watch it again? And hold up?
I didn't rewatch it, so I don't know if it holds up. I wanted to rewatch it because like a couple months ago we were going to talk about Delirious, so I've been wanting to rewatch a lot of John Candy movies. But
right.
Article 99 came out, which is like it's a medical drama that also becomes a romantic comedy that then becomes a thriller, then becomes a satire. It's all over the place. It's got Ray Liotta as this chief of surgery at this hospital for veterans.
Oh.
The young hotshot at the hospital is Kiefer Sutherland.
That makes sense.
The tone is just inconsistent. It's all over. My Cousin Vinny came out this month.
Hey,
that's weird. I was thinking.
Marisa Tomei won her Oscar for this film.
One of the best films of the year, I'd say. This probably will end up in my top 5.
Okay, I could see that.
Yeah.
Um,
Marisa Tomei gives an all-time performance that was written off almost immediately. Like, she's not that good, and then she goes on to have a career that holds up the standard that she set with this film.
well, not only that, the Oscars never give awards for comedy.
Yeah.
Her and Kevin Kline are the big ones.
Yeah.
I can't think of anybody else winning for comedy for the most part in the last couple of decades.
Not since her, really.
No.
Not off the top of my head.
And honestly, it's hard because she's in scenes with Joe Pesci, and she's stealing those scenes from
everything. Yeah.
Everything.
She finally takes the stand at the end. My dad and I quote that all the time.
Yeah.
It's one of the best.
It's funny that the two performers that you wouldn't think would steal scenes, her and Fred Gwynn, are the best parts of the movie.
Fred Gwynn's so good too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen this, Jeff? You seen? We gotta show Jeff.
It's not only is it
I have
classic
not.
courtroom, it's a clever courtroom comedy. On top of that, like you're actually invested in the case.
Yeah.
And it's endlessly quotable.
I can't wait.
Later in life,
It's been 30 years coming.
All right.
Later in life, my grandfather's favorite film.
Okay. Honestly, this director, Jonathan Lynn, has directed a lot of underrated comedies. He did Clue.
Oh, Clue's a good movie. I
Clue's
love
good.
that movie.
Yeah. He did Sergeant Bilko. I have a soft spot for that.
It's not bad. I remember liking it.
He did Whole 9 Yards.
That was okay.
One of the last few good Bruce Willis movies. Shakes the Clown came out this month.
Oh boy.
The directorial debut of Bobcat Goldthwait. The funny part is he's become a really good filmmaker. He really is. This movie's a one joke premise that gets stretched into taffy though.
Yeah.
He's an alcoholic clown.
Isn't
aren't all of them though?
Adam Sandler's in the film.
Someone else? Sam Rockwell started in this, didn't he?
I don't know, but Tom Kenny's in it. He plays his arch nemesis, SpongeBob. Basic Instinct came out.
Never seen this.
It's glossy, it's burnished, it's fun. The murder mystery at the center is completely ludicrous, but it's done with such high style by Paul Verhoeven that I feel like he's almost lampooning the genre as much as he's honoring it. But it is very sexually charged, that movie. A lot of people remember that scene in the interrogation scene with Sharon Stone. Yeah, the legs crossing.
Wait, who's the person sitting in the room, Jimmy?
Oh, right.
Basic Instinct?
Yeah, who's asking her the questions?
Yeah.
Michael Douglas.
Dennis Nedry.
Yeah, okay, good enough.
Okay, yeah. Newman.
Wayne Knight.
Yeah, Wayne Knight.
Newman.
Like he's always going to be Dennis Nedry to me.
Yeah, these are the three things he's most famous for: Newman, Nedry, and the legs.
And Punisher Warzone. Actually, here's something that Jeff might know something about because maybe he knows the stage play. Noises Off
Yes. What about it?
came out. The film.
Oh yeah, they came out. Yeah.
The film version came out. By Peter Bogdanovich. It's got all-star cast. It's got
R.I.P.
Carol Burnett, Christopher Reeves, Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
Michael Caine. I parked the car in the car park. I kind of thought that I don't know how the stage play goes, but I feel like the joke kind of exhausts itself before we get to the end.
I mean, it definitely lends itself better to being a stage play because it takes place at a stage play. The production
they cheat it a little bit because they show you the rehearsal, but then they cut to a couple months later and then you see the behind.
That's exactly, the timeline matches up because it's like
Okay.
they're in rehearsals and then they're like halfway through their tour and there's a backstage thing in Act 2. And then Act 3 is they've been doing this for so long that nobody gives a shit anymore and everything's just going wrong.
Right.
And there's like all this conflict going on.
I remember my parents going to see it, and they always told me that this was one of the funniest things they had ever seen on stage.
If it's done right, yes.
They were in the heart of their theater time. If I've mentioned it before, they met in a community theater. And so they were like right in the thick of these kinds of rehearsals and performances. So they got all the in-jokes, the little nuances and stuff. So when I
found it's something you'd have to see live to just feed off the energy of the actors, because watching it filmed feels kind of staid.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
the film lends itself to that. Plus, I think that the comedy is of a time. It's very 90s.
I think that also helps that you had the showcase like Carol Burnett and company doing it, because if it were lesser known actors, it probably wouldn't have come off as well.
Right.
But stage play is like it's tough to do, like, because if you want, the script is like a phone book and there's two simultaneous columns going that there's what's happening in the dialogue and what's happening on stage. Like the stage
there's a lot of overlapping dialogue along with
yeah
antics going on at the same time. So
the stage directions aren't like, separated by line. It's like alongside of it because exactly what needs to be done at the same time. So but I remember the first time I saw it, it was like in rehearsals, like the production was in rehearsals, and they got to Act 3 where everything's supposed to go off the rails, and I'm like, I thought that it was hilarious, and then I find out that like none of the stuff that I saw that night was actually supposed to happen fictionally, like in the show, and I was like, oh,
all right, reading art,
right, exactly. That's that show tends to have that vibe around it.
I think it could use an update maybe, but I don't know.
See, I want to see it done with like a fancy musical or like something, the backstage drama behind like Spider-Man.
Hey, they did with Birdman.
Kiss Me Kate.
Yeah.
Kiss Me Kate is like Noises Off in that sense. They're trying to put on a show and then they're singing about it backstage. It's not as much a disaster, but but maybe if you combine the two, you could get something, especially about that Spider-Man musical.
The best ice skating movie of all time came out this month. The Cutting Edge with DB Sweeney.
Nope.
You never seen The Cutting Edge?
Nope.
It's one of the best films ever made.
Never even heard of it.
It's a nostalgic mainstay.
That was a disingenuous what?
DB Sweeney and Moira Kelly, who we saw in Billy Bathgate.
Right.
She gets her big lead role here, and she is perfectly cast. She's adorable.
Best thing DB Sweeney's ever done.
Easily, yeah. The only other thing he's done is that Fire movie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, jumping.
Fire in the Sky.
Fire in the Sky, yeah. Well, one of my favorite movies is The Cutting Edge. And It has some of the best supporting performances that you wouldn't expect in a romantic comedy like this. Terry O'Quinn plays Moira Kelly's father. And
Yeah.
he's tough on her, but he learns from this kid who he gets kicked off the hockey team, and because he has an injury that won't let him play hockey anymore. They don't really get into what it is.
You should just play golf like Happy Gilmore.
Right. Yeah. The two films go in the different directions, the wildly different takes on hockey injuries. But this becomes, you can still ice skate, so why not become an Olympic ice skater? Because his whole thing was he wanted to play for Olympic gold.
The good thing is the movie doesn't really go into gay panic, which it could.
Right. They very easily could have at this time. Their chemistry is incredible. I don't know that I've ever seen a better romantic pairing.
Wow. This is
it's easily one of my favorite romantic comedies. I think
would you really consider it a comedy though?
It's a little more of a drama.
I was gonna say it's more of a dramedy to me.
There's goofy parts, and there's sentimental parts which would lend itself to comedy. I don't know. It's something that's probably steeped in nostalgia for me too, because I saw it around the time.
I used to watch it a lot when I was a kid.
Probably my introduction to romance. I saw it before When Harry Met Sally and other ones that I like as much or more. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Merchant Ivory movie came out this month, Howard's End, which it's a sumptuous, sweeping epic.
Which one is this again?
Oh, Howard's End. So the joke is I get this confused, and I'm sure a lot of people do with two other movies. There's Remains of the Day and also Shadowlands. Shadowlands, I believe, is a reunion of the same two actors. So it's Emma Thompson and Anthony Hopkins. And it's that one's directed by Richard Attenborough. This is a Merchant Ivory movie. Remains of the Day is again Anthony Hopkins, so that's the through line through all three. But they're all costume dramas that came out roughly around the same time.
Isn't he a butler in all three too?
No, in this one he's actually the proprietor of Howard's End, the estate.
Oh, okay.
Emma Thompson's about to inherit, but he's given a really juicy, complex role because you're not sure whether his intentions are honorable or not.
Okay.
But it's really multi-layered. It's really intelligent. It's worth seeking out. It's on Netflix right now. It's the first time I saw it.
Which one has Helena Bonham Carter?
She plays Emma Thompson's sister, who she's actually the impetus for the story because she's having a short-lived affair with somebody associated with Anthony Hopkins' family. So that's what brings the two families together. And Ladybugs came out this month. It's a Rodney Dangerfield soccer film. Nobody remember this? No, it's not good. It doesn't hold up. Although some of the quasi pedophilia misunderstanding jokes are kind of funny.
Oh,
there's a part where he goes to a bar and he's like, "You seem pretty depressed, bud. What's going on?" "Well, I got this woman and son. I had him dress up as a girl and I had him play with me." "You get the hell out of here, pal." I don't know. Some of it's.
Oh my God,
Rodney. This is why he never got any respect.
Hey, you.
Yeah. Actually, they play that song at the end. He does like a rap version of a respect song at the end.
Really?
Yeah, it's odd. Because that's his whole shtick.
What a film.
And then another sports comedy, probably the most famous one outside of the cutting edge, is White Men Can't Jump.
Oh, yeah. Which just yesterday got announced there's going to be a remake.
Why?
Yeah.
It's the chemistry between those two guys, Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson.
yeah, it's gonna probably come off as cheesy if they make a remake.
Ron Shelton's always good at doing these sports comedies because he did Bull Durham and Tin Cup and stuff like this. So this is more like a street level hustler kind of comedy.
Yeah.
But they're not professionals. But has anybody else seen it? No.
Remember?
It's
I
really
liked it a lot back in the day.
Yeah, it's really good. It's worth checking out. It actually has kind of a bittersweet ending because you think it's going to end in like
There's
a
a
big game.
there's a Jeopardy subplot, right?
Yeah. Woody Harrelson's girlfriend, Rosie Perez, dreams of being on Jeopardy. So you get to see some Alex Trebek in this because she actually gets on.
That's really all I know about the film.
Oh, okay.
Of course I do.
Sure. But now we get to Jeff's time.
Get ready for this, Jeff.
And remember, I could steal points.
Since when? When did this become a thing?
Yeah, why is he competing with Jimmy now? When did
It's
this
always
become
been
part of the
that way.
rule?
It's been this way since the Christmas, the New Year.
It's not fair. You live with the guy that's making it.
I mean, I forgot the last 3 or 4 episodes, and then like I would chime in and Tristan would be like points. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right.
I don't tell him anything.
Because like the whole thing is like I'm not supposed to try. I'm just supposed to go ADD, and then I get. It's like whose line is it anyways? My points mean nothing. Your points mean everything.
This was my moment to shine. All right, sorry.
All right, here we go.
All right. Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy!
So
All right.
Jeff,
Wow,
for
what
the
did you do
audience
with
at
this?
home, he describes the poster and then tries to guess the plot or maybe a title. This one you might not necessarily have any actors, but I will ask you later about them. So why don't you describe the poster for us?
Okay, so we've got it's a white background with a door, possibly from an apartment building or hotel. Number on it is 103. It's got a do not disturb tag on it. There's a bunch of luggage haphazardly piled up in front of it. There are 8 other doors surrounding it, smaller. I don't think they're smaller people. I think they're just like other characters that happen throughout the movie. They all happen. It looks like they might all be coming out of the same door. So there, I feel like there's a lot of activity happening in this one room. Possibly murder and guns. Looks like there's a couple mobsters.
Maybe
Up
a
there.
little sex because I see a lady with a short skirt.
Yeah,
looking all-
I think is that John Larroquette up in the wee corner. Possibly
I
not.
don't know.
It's tough to make out their faces, but
Yeah, that was one of the questions I was going to have. Do you recognize any of them?
I mean,
They're so
Just to
small.
give you a
the
few
fuzziness looks like John Larroquette. I can't recognize anyone else. The faces are just one of them looks like Vernon Dursley from
Hey,
Hey, he got.
that was the
Okay.
one I thought you'd most
Richard
recognize.
Griffiths
So I'm
is
going to
in
give
it.
you a couple points for that.
Okay.
Just because
I
you
got
might not
that.
get anything else.
The one directly above Mr. Dursley looks like Matthew McConaughey with a guitar case, but
He kind of does.
it is not. It is too early in time for it to be Matthew McConaughey.
Not gonna lie,
But
the way the guitar case is like
Richard
silhouetted
Gere.
with the body looks a little phallic. Like he's
Probably
walking
the
out of the
point.
room with the heart on.
Probably the
looks a
point.
little Richard
And
Gere.
like diagonal to the sexy lady.
So
So I'm going to give you one other thing, and then you can name this.
wait. Do I have to guess the plot or?
Yeah, why don't you guess the plot now? Because I took. Yeah, go ahead.
It's the observations of this one room of all of the occupants throughout the course of a week. Like it takes place in some random ass motel, and all of these strange characters keep showing up to room 103. The joke is there's no other rooms in the hotel, so it's just a one room hotel.
Is that close?
Or
to
it is a combination of mixed, not mixed. What am I going for here? Mistaken identity, where everybody keeps trying to visit the same guy in room 103, like it's some John Smith type character who everyone keeps mistaking for their John Smith type character, who's in room 103. And then hilarity ensues. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Okay. He's
Is that
not
close?
It's got something to do with room 103.
the mistaken identity and the misunderstandings and everything around that is close.
Well, the next thing I'll give him, this might help you, because I don't think you'd be able to name anything from this. You probably just call it like room 103. So here's the
1408.
next, here's the next
This was 1408.
situation.
All right. So there's a wacky doorman
Oh
with
wait.
a bellhop with the hat.
Oh wait.
Tim Roth
Okay.
from 4 Rooms.
He's gonna open the do not disturb door. Oh, hijinks.
You know,
Bet it's all
I
from-
feel like this might be like a very specific kind of comedy, considering that like it looks like
bad.
everybody's in the 1940s to early 60s kind of get up, and like no.
The
It looks
bellhop.
like it though.
the-
Look at the dresses.
The bellhop is an
Oh, my
FBI
God.
informant
Looks like
who's trying to capture,
I don't know.
who's trying to trap people for the CIA, and for some reason it's a comedy.
I think
No.
you've done enough storyizing.
I think you've done enough.
What would you call this?
Other than room 103, I'd call it like bellhop or room service or some such like hotel themed, like continental breakfast,
Yeah.
Heavy baggage.
Hmm. Sounds okay.
traveling light,
Yeah. The next
cases,
thing I'll give you, I think is his face. I don't know that you'd recognize him, but
cold cases. I do not recognize that person.
look how
From the
impish he is.
80s.
Wait. Yeah, I have no idea. The
Big
smile
big
is
big
giving
time.
something away. I can't
Look how much
place.
of a little stinker he is.
I can't place the name. I'm being Jimmy. I'm giving
Are
this
you
one to
saying
you.
he's a former little rascal or something?
No.
No.
Because he's a little too young for that.
I'm trying to get you to get the title.
Oh,
Is it a little stinker? Is it
No.
stinking up? No.
dirty rooms.
Dirty laundry.
I think they're floundering.
I don't know, man.
Floundering.
The next thing I believe is the actors, which is here you go. This might help you.
Mix up, mishaps, madness, and mayhem. It's all part of the service. Is this an escape room movie?
Yeah,
They
early.
didn't have those yet.
Is this like Hogwarts Hotel? It's just things.
Don't latch on to Richard Griffiths.
I'm not. Just this guy looks very mischievous. Mischievous. Mix up is
Is it like Problem
Wait.
Child but Problem Hotel?
wait. No. I don't know. Check baggage.
Sneaky service?
I gotta put you out.
Room service. How bellboy.
Happy endings?
Here's some of the actors.
Dudley Moore, Brian
Dudley Moore's in
Brown,
it. I believe he's the one in the upper left corner.
Cassie Kensett,
Dudley
Richard
Moore?
Griffiths,
Yeah, where's
Andreas-
Dudley Moore? in
Yeah,
this?
Dudley Moore's top left.
Andreas
Top left,
Katsoulis, Allison Steadman, Penelope Wilton, and Bronson Pinchot. I don't know
Well, I believe
any of
it's-
these people.
You
Bronson
don't know who Dudley
Pinchot.
Moore is?
Yeah, come on, man.
Look,
Gosh.
there's a
Perfect.
reason. There's a reason we decided to do this. I don't know any of this.
Dudley Moore, you don't know?
Dudley Moore. Well, I'm sure if I saw like an actual
And-
picture of him that wasn't tiny, I might recognize.
Anyway, Bronson Pinchot, I think, is the guy with the guitar.
No. He's the
No?
bellboy.
Oh, he's the bellboy. Duh. Okay.
He's from
Gotcha.
Perfect Strangers.
You're saying that like I would know.
Yeah, come on, Jeff.
It's me.
All right, one last chance at the title, and then I'll put you out of your misery.
Patsy Kensit, you might know from Lethal Weapon 2.
Hotel California.
Well, Tristan, you know her.
I don't know who she is.
She's in Lethal Weapon 2. She's
Wait.
drowned.
Turn down. No.
No, all right.
Damn
here we
it.
go.
Blame it
Blame
on
it on
the
the
bellboy. I love how it's in quotes like an old timey picture.
Ah,
This was a rough one.
Yeah.
You think that's rough? Try sitting through the movie.
So what was it about?
is it a porno?
All right, so
He does look like he's
all these people go to the same hotel, and he mixes up their bags, and also they also have very similar sounding last names, so it becomes a mistaken identity. For
Oh, Jeff was close.
yeah, he wasn't.
I'll give him half a point for the plot because it looks like you were along the line.
But the fact that he doesn't know Dudley Moore,
Yeah, -3 points.
shame
I mean,
on
I
you.
don't know
sir.
Dudley Moore either.
I don't know Dudley Moore, canceled from the show.
Your freshman or sophomore year.
Yeah, looks like I gotta go educate myself.
Yes.
Okay,
Arthur,
let's
you gotta
do
check out
Arthur.
Arthur.
Arthur's great.
Yeah.
Oh,
So was that it on the pot of Blame It on the Double?
It's so convoluted. I don't remember exactly how everybody. For some reason, the most disturbing thing is that Richard Griffiths thinks that Patsy Kensitt's a prostitute, and she's trying to sell him a place. So they get their wires crossed somehow, and she ends up having sex with him, which is the most disturbing thing you could imagine.
Oh boy.
Well,
Well, that's something.
yeah.
So, in lieu of the fact that we watched a foreign film to try and expand our horizons on international films and everything, I thought it would be appropriate to say what our favorite foreign film is. I know that's a broad topic, obviously.
Yeah.
So if it takes a second to
It's very
figure
wide
out-
range.
yeah, there's a lot in that. But
I mean, it doesn't have to specifically be Chinese or Asian or
See, I was
anything.
about to go with an Asian movie, but now that
I
you
mean-
told me I don't have to.
Beforehand, Jimmy and I were like, I asked him, do British films count? Do Australian films count?
Yeah, does those count?
In the English language.
Yeah.
There's so many British films though that are commonplace in our history that like technically Star Wars is a foreign film in a way. If you consider it that way.
Really?
Technically. I mean, it's an American director in a British studio, you know?
I mean, you could say the same with Aliens
Yeah, you can say the
and
same with a
Star
lot of
Wars.
things.
Yeah.
How about
So I guess I would consider it favorite foreign language film.
foreign
My go-to-
language? Okay, it's better.
my go-to is always Amelie.
I'm always a good choice.
Oh.
The Hidden Fortress.
That makes sense for you, yeah. What were you gonna guess? Because you said at the beginning of this, you knew what I would say.
Oh, Parasite.
Nope. Parasite's good, but it's so new. It's it's good.
Okay.
It's the cool one to say these days. I mean, I
Also-
like it. It was my favorite movie of the year, and that was before it started getting all
That's
the
what I
accolades.
thought. That's what I thought.
I caught the train at the beginning, so I don't feel as like I'm jumping on the same boat.
Right.
You and I saw it right as it came out.
We saw it before it was getting all that buzz, actually.
Right.
We saw an early screener copy of it.
We saw it the week it came out in America.
Right.
So
As
Also-
also all that campaign consideration.
yeah, I feel better about liking it as much as I do because it's the neat thing to do to okay, well, we like foreign films now. Like Drive My Car came out. Why specifically Drive My Car is this big thing? There were other foreign films that were just as good, But my favorite is actually City of God, the Brazilian film
Oh
from
yeah, that's a really
2003.
good one.
That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's colored a lot of my taste over the last 2 decades.
Right. A lot of people say that it's their favorite.
Yeah. Fernando Marilla's direction as well is incredible. I can't even imagine how he put that production together. Because it feels like you're living in the slums with those people.
Mhm.
So
What about you, Jimmy?
I'm probably gonna have to go with
Gojira?
he joked good.
I joked about that.
Oh,
but
it's a
it's
great
probably gonna be
movie.
Seven Samurai. If not Seven Samurai, like okay, that's all-time favorite, but like recent favorite,
Kurosawa's up there.
off the top of my head,
Who doesn't love Akira
would be from
Kurosawa?
Admiral from the Netherlands. Yeah, that was a good movie.
Oh, interesting.
Good choice there.
So we got Netherlands, Brazil, Japan, and France.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's well-rounded. I was worried we'd all pick like all Japan or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it would have been easy for me to just pick.
I was actually my second choice was going to be a Korean film.
Yeah.
I
I
saw
think
it.
the- Oh yeah, that's good.
because like the first foreign films that I remember seeing as a kid were Japanese films.
Yeah, most of the foreign films I've seen
like
have been Japanese.
Godzilla being like, one of them.
I mean, you get a lot of anime. You're going to see a lot
Oh,
of
yeah.
Japanese films. My second favorite, I looked at my list, and Spirited Away is my second.
Yeah.
So, also around the same time.
Princess Mononoke is another good one. Like
Yeah.
I would.
That might be my favorite Miyazaki.
Yeah, Hayao Miyazaki is easily the best. I think maybe even more than Disney.
Yeah, no, definitely more than Disney.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm glad we got into this because it let us see an earlier work by Zhang. So,
Ooh, just to backtrack a little bit, I shouldn't say better than Disney. I think Miyazaki is carrying on the tradition of Walt Disney himself. But comparing to Disney, the studios, yes,
corporation.
better than Disney
sure.
Studios in my
Oh,
mind.
it's not. Yeah, they're not even close.
Creatively, writing wise, sort of like it's just a lot of, and like hell, like a lot of Pixar and Disney stuff borrows from Miyazaki anyway. So
Yeah.
like, yeah, no, Miyazaki is better than I think
Lasseter
the
was a huge
studio
fan.
Disney, but like carrying on the traditions of Walt Disney.
Studio Ghibli is better than the Walt Disney Studio.
Of today.
Oh, also one other foreign language film that I love. Rare Exports.
Oh,
Oh,
good one.
It's a Christmas movie that I keep trying to press
Dark
on everyone
Christmas
every
movie.
holiday season. About,
Yeah.
but it goes more into like the Krampus thing. Like it's not Krampus, but it leans more into that mythology of Santa as a horned demon that lives inside a mountain.
yeah.
And it's
I
like
thought it was
Swedish,
more
I
about,
think.
yeah, or Norwegian or something.
How about a foreign film that's underrated, maybe, and also a cult classic? Black Sheep.
Oh, Black Sheep.
From the New
New
Zealand.
Zealand, yeah.
Yeah.
There's an English language.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a fun Halloween I spent one year. It was 1408 and Black
Yeah.
Sheep double feature.
Oh,
Okay, yeah. So anyway, I'm glad we dived into this because not only did we get some of his filmography, but we also were able to expound on our international expertise, as limited as it is. But we got a lens into what it was like in the 90s when we were just kids and didn't even think about other countries yet.
Oh yeah.
So
I mean, I guess you guys didn't, but like I did.
Yeah.
Because part of me is from another country.
yes, but so next month we're, I believe, gonna look at another Val Kilmer film. A year after we looked at one where he was Jim Morrison. This is going to be another historical film
Where he's Batman.
where it takes on this infamous situation in a Native American reservation, Thunderheart.
I do not recall this being a film.
Yeah, we're going to look at how real this is.
And
I
how
don't remember
very
the
Val
director.
Kilmer-y it is.
Yeah, just excited to get back to Val.
So
Thanks again
Yeah.
for listening and watching. Remember to rate, review, subscribe. We love that when that happens. We'll see you next time.
yeah.
Wow. There's
How
just
does
a
that name
there's
it?
just a
Is that-
sub basement somewhere in LA with a million Wayne Nights just
Oh,
waiting to be